What if your dream mountain home didn't just mimic luxury, but actually felt like it was carved from the landscape itself, rugged, grounded, and alive with light? The living room feels like a quiet sanctuary between the mountains and the sky, where light spills through tall glass walls and warms the pale oak floor underfoot. You can almost hear the hush of snow-dusted trees beyond the window, while the rugged steel beams overhead give the space a grounded, honest weight. It's a room that invites you to slow down, sink into the soft textures, and let the crisp daylight wash away the noise of the outside world. Moving into the dining area, the mood shifts into something more intimate, yet still expansive, as the long table stretches beneath the same steel ceiling and the same mountain views. The pale oak underfoot connects every space, so you never feel disconnected from the heart of the home. Around you, the warm gray walls and the soft reflection of light on the basalt surface create a sense of calm focus, perfect for sharing meals and stories in a space that feels both refined and effortlessly real. The kitchen wraps you in a sense of grounded modernity, where the cool touch of stone and steel meets the soft warmth of the oak floor beneath. Sunlight spills through the glass wall and courtyard doors, making the space feel alive and connected to the landscape just outside. You can imagine the quiet rhythm of daily rituals here, chopping, brewing, pausing by the window to gaze at the ever-changing mountain light, knowing every surface and detail has been designed to feel both honest and comforting. In the breakfast nook, time seems to soften as the low light from the corner window paints gentle patterns on the oak floor and the blackened steel sill. The warmth of the gray walls and the snug window seat invite you to linger with a cup of coffee and a book, watching the seasons shift beyond the glass. It's a small space that feels deeply personal, like a private corner of the house carved just for slow mornings and quiet reflection, wrapped in the rugged beauty that defines the whole home. The home office feels like a calm refuge of clarity, where the same warm gray walls and the same steel beam ceiling frame a focused yet inviting atmosphere. Natural light washes across the desk, highlighting the subtle grain of the wood and the quiet sheen of the blackened steel legs. The view of the mountains beyond the large window keeps the mind grounded in nature, while the simple lines of the shelves and the clean surfaces encourage both deep work and a sense of peaceful order. The reading room wraps you in a cocoon of warmth, where the soft texture of the gray walls and the smooth oak floor invite you to settle in and get lost in a story. Daylight filters through the tall window, casting gentle shadows from the steel mullions and shimmering on the bookshelf wall. The low-slung chair and the simple table feel like old friends, offering a quiet corner where time slows and the outside world fades, leaving only the comfort of light, material, and stillness. The master bedroom feels like a retreat carved into the mountain, where the platform bed and the dark stone hearth echo the rugged landscape just beyond the glass. The pale oak floor underfoot and the warm gray walls create a soft, grounding envelope around you, while the beams overhead add a sense of shelter and strength. Morning light spills in, gradually warming the room and inviting you to wake slowly, wrapped in the quiet comfort of a space that feels both modern and deeply human. The guest bedroom radiates a calm, understated welcome, with the same oak floor and the same warm gray walls embracing every visitor in a familiar embrace. The blackened steel frame of the window directs the eye toward the mountain meadow outside, where daylight dances across the slopes. Here, the light feels soft and even, as if the room is designed to gently cradle rest and ease, turning even a short stay into something that feels like coming home. The indoor lounge feels like a transition between the house and the outdoors, where the pale oak floor and the stepped stone plinth invite you to sit, stand, or curl up however you like. The blackened steel window frame cuts sharp lines against the landscape, while the daylight filters in at an angle, painting shifting patterns on the floor. It's a space that suits both conversation and solitude, where the architecture feels present but never overpowering, letting light and landscape lead the mood. The sunroom feels like a glass-enclosed pause between the house and the sky, where the same oak floor and the same steel ceiling frame a bright, open volume. The glass walls amplify the outside world, wrapping you in the slow rhythm of shifting light and distant tree silhouettes. You can almost feel the warmth of the sun on the floor, the quiet hum of mountain air beyond the glass, and the sense that this room is designed to lift the spirit, offering a place to breathe, think, and simply be. The pantry feels like a hidden, grounded corner of the house, where the same oak floor and the same warm gray walls keep the whole story consistent, even in this utilitarian space. Daylight filters through the narrow window, touching the blackened steel shelves and the cool stone countertop, softening their industrial edge. It's a small room that still feels cared for, where the rhythm of opening doors and arranging objects feels satisfying, almost meditative, as if every detail contributes to the home's quiet harmony. The covered terrace extends the living room into the open air, yet still retains the same hard surfaces of oak and steel that define the interior. The cantilevered roof shades the space, while the blackened steel balustrades frame views of the steep slope beyond. Here, you can feel the coolness of the stone under your feet and the softness of fabric on the seating platform as daylight filters through gaps in the structure, creating a dappled play of light that ties the indoors and outdoors together. The entry hall feels like a gentle introduction to the whole home, where the same oak floor and the same warm gray walls quietly prepare you for what's to come. The blackened steel window by the door frames the first glimpse of the forested slope, welcoming you with natural light and a sense of calm. It's a small space that never feels rushed, offering a moment to pause, take a breath, and enter the rest of the house with a quiet sense of arrival and belonging. Light spills through tall glass walls and rugged steel beams, turning a single mountain home into a celebration of honest materials and quiet luxury. This is where modern architecture meets the soul of the landscape. Every room becomes a quiet reminder that true luxury isn't about excess, but about how a home feels on your skin, in your breath, and in the way the light touches every corner. A home like this isn't about showpiece finishes. It's about how materials, daylight, and silence come together to shape the way you slow down, breathe, and belong.